Hi everyone. Thank you, Lee Kang. My name is Ray, and I'm 35 this year, a father of two. I am from Kampar, Perak. I would like to share with y'all about this tiny issue that I have, which might not seem like a problem for others, but I believe that this is a problem that many people would face, and also an issue hard to deal with. So I remember that I had this problem ever since I was in elementary school. And every day from morning till night, I will have a runny nose. And at night, my nose will be blocked. It was so severe that I couldn't breathe while I'm sleeping. And eventually, I start breathing through my nose, but through my mouth instead. So because I would keep using the tissue paper to rub on my nose, to wipe my nose would start shedding, peeling off. So as there are many mucus in my nose, that made my eyes very tired as well. And sometimes I get too lazy to talk. And gradually this led to sinusitis. Sinusitis. My teeth would start hurting and I would get headaches too. And for that reasons, I would get really tired and I would be too lazy to talk. And so back in school, my friends also think that my condition was very severe, especially when we were taking a test, because the classroom would be really quiet and everyone can hear me sniffling loudly and blowing on my nose. And my desk would be full of tissues and my friends would always know who to look for if they ever need them. And so my mom was very worried about me, so she would bring me to many doctors. And the Western doctors would prescribe me medicine, and I would get really drowsy after taking them, and my nose would clear up. But after the effects died down, my condition would reoccur again. So my condition was so severe that I would get insomnia as one of the side effects of taking so much medicine. I would get constipation. So because Western doctors didn't help me, my mom brought me to Chinese doctors. And it's really funny because they would tell me, oh, you can't turn on the AC, okay? Oh, you can turn on the AC, but not the fan, okay? And but for Western doctors, they would tell me that, oh, don't turn on the AC, but you can turn on the fan. So both of them were contradicting, and I don't even know who to listen to anymore. But even so, my condition did not improve. And because my mom was still so worried, so whatever she hears that might help, she would get them for me. And I remember my house would have all types of products and supplements from different brands. And I even went as far as to trying out all sorts of home remedies. I've tried pollen, royal jelly, goat's milk, or wild animals. And one that I remembered the most was there was this massage therapist, this uncle. He would massage my nose. And I remember I would be sitting there facing the therapist while he massages my nose for an hour straight. And yet, that didn't work as well. And I believe that my mom had spent more than 20, 30,000 on me on trying to solve my condition. And so I told my mom to not bother about it anymore because nothing works for me anyway. But there was once while blowing on my nose, my mucus was orange. And I continued blowing on my nose and blood started coming out. And I got really scared. And I didn't know if I should tell my mom because I didn't want her to worry, but I also didn't want to die. So in the end, I told my mom and she brought me to the nose specialist. And so the specialist told me that the nasal passage was inflamed due to long-term runny nose. And the specialist gave me a strong medicine that I can spray into my nose. And after spraying it, oh, I was like, wow, my whole nose is not blocked anymore. But the doctor said that I can't use this too often. but I didn't listen and still use it because it was very effective. But then my cheeks started hurting. So I told myself that, okay, I can't use this thing anymore. And I was really worried because I didn't know what to do. And around that time, my older brother joined Elken, and he too had nasal allergies. So he brought back Elken spirulina and told me, "Oh, hey mom bought it for you, so just try it out." And I was reluctant at first. I refused because I remember trying out other spirulina brands before, and it didn't work. But he said it's already bought, so just you have to eat it. And because I'm a good kid, I was like, okay, I'll just eat it because I didn't want to waste my mom's money. So I started eating them, 5 tablets each time. And when I first started eating, wow, my snot kept coming out from my nose. So I blamed my brother and said, hey, it's getting worse. He explained to me saying that, oh, it's a sign that my body is responding to it and working on conditioning my issue. He also told me about molecular reform therapy. And he also took guasa and lactose, told me to do guasa and lactose along with the ester seed. And after a month, around a month after eating, I realized that my runny nose was getting better. My nasal allergies had improved without even realizing it. Even my insomnia and my constipation were resolved. And I'm really grateful to my brother for introducing me to this Elkin's molecular reform therapy because it wasn't for him, I would still be having a runny nose as of right now. And as our main highlight of today's topic is ester C and gummy C, I have a few other things I would like to share. I believe that everyone eats vitamin C. And as for me, I eat Elkins ester C because there's no funny taste to it. And because I would always have to talk to people and share about some products with them, my throat will get really dry. And sometimes I would dry cough. So I would I would suck on the ester C, and my throat would not feel as dry anymore. So also if you're ever feeling ill or feeling a bit like heaty, eating ester C can help quicken the recovery. And especially during this pandemic, it can strengthen our immunity. And my kids consume all Elken products, but their favorite is gummy C because they taste like candies. And my kids don't eat other candies, but this is health gummies and it contains vitamin C. And I don't even need to tell my kids to eat them, and they will get it themselves. And sometimes when they're throwing a tantrum or when they did something good, and we will give this to them as reward. And also when kids get sick easily, but because they eat Elkin's product and gummy C and ester C, touch wood, my kids don't get sick as often. And even if they do, we wouldn't give them medicine immediately. So if their condition isn't that severe, we will give them Elkin's MRT products, and after eating it, their body would fight off the bacteria themselves, and eventually their immunity became stronger. So first off, I want to thank my parents. Though they weren't able to help me solve my condition, they still tried for years to help me find a cure. I also want to thank my brother because if he didn't join Elkin and introduce me to these products, my nose would probably still be runny right now. And lastly, I want to thank my parents, especially my mom, because she had always been really concerned about my condition. And of course, I want to thank Elkin too for uh, for teaching us the molecular reform therapy. I hope that my sharing can help everyone. That's it. Thank you.